So guys, they say you can tell a lot about a man by his knife collection. We've got Andrew here today. I'm not sure what this means, but we're gonna find out. Let's talk some knives.
And go.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to Knife Banter, and today we are looking at Andrew's collection. And when we started this and we were putting the knives out on the table, you were saying it was like your soul was bare for the world to see. So we're gonna see what Andrew's got going on.
Yeah, it's weird and diverse.
It is.
Eclectic.
It is. And so we're actually gonna start with probably what might be the most plain piece
Sure.
in your collection. So talk to us about this one.
Sure, this is the Microtech LUDT, aka the Large Underwater Defense Team. It's a side-opening automatic knife made in America, M390 steel. And, you know, it was kind of like if I was going to own an automatic knife, this was really my favorite one. I love Protex, but something about this design just really speaks to me. And, man, like the reliability, dependability, and just the design overall. I really love this piece.
Does this get a lot of pocket time? Because I see you carrying a lot of traditionals. So does this one get a lot of pocket time?
Well, I do carry it a lot, especially like it's kind of a lighter weight folder for like hiking or whatever. And I do carry it a lot. And if I was still working on a horse ranch or something like that, I bet I'd carry it a lot more. But yeah. I mean, this is just an awesome piece, great warranty with Microtech. And yeah, it's like a dependable, but also it kind of has that flash and luxury that, you know, I kind of look for.
Totally. Yeah, when we talk flash and luxury, guys, there's a couple pieces on the table I think you guys are gonna dig. All right, so the next up, I don't know which one's my favorite, but I'm partial to this one.
Sure.
So tell us a little bit about this and about the scale on it.
Yeah, so guys, this is a CRKT Pilar, which I'm sure you're familiar with, but this isn't like an off-the-shelf variety that you can purchase. Like Zach mentioned, I made this scale myself, and then a cool thing when you work at Blade HQ for a year, if you're lucky like me, they will give you a free knife.
Lucky.
So that 2019, you can only get that by paying your dues at Blade HQ. So I love carrying this. This is my like on the desk at work knife. And the way I made this scale was I took vintage t-shirts and I cut them all up and then mixed it up with some resin and pressed it out. And then our good buddy Carbodize made this beautiful scale for me. So it's like a one-of-one custom Pilar. And you know, I think that like a knife doesn't have to be expensive to be awesome. And you know, that's what this one represents for me.
Oh, I agree. And you know, that's the thing is if you're trying your hand at making a scale, the Pilar is actually a really great knife to try it at because it's just a nice flat scale, really easy. And you know, you had Carbodize cut it out and everything, but you could do it at home too if you wanted to take the time and patience to do it. So this one's really fun. I like this a lot, and I like the way that feels. Like it's got a really unique feel to it as well.
Yeah, it's like that rag micarta, which is so like if you look at the custom world, like people are always looking for those like vintage Bakelite or rag micarta or like just kind of like eclectic handle materials, and you can actually make them yourself. I know you have a little experience with that too.
Yeah, a little bit here and there. So now you said you did vintage t-shirts. What's the coolest t-shirt that's in this knife?
Well, one of them, like the black, is like from like an '80s Harley T-shirt from one of those cool like biker meetups. I can't remember if it's like the Black Hills Rally or what. But then I think there's like a Paul McCartney T-shirt from the '90s. So not like the best era of Paul McCartney, but also an era that I would love to go see him in a concert.
Of course.
So I mean, it just kind of like has that beautiful eclectic. Organic look, and like you said, like it feels awesome. So
yeah, it really does.
Why
it feels
not?
great. So this is an awesome one of one.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, this might be the first kitchen knife we've had on Knife Banter, actually. So it's definitely deserving of a spot though, because this is a special kitchen knife.
Yeah, guys, you guys might not be familiar. This is the CRKT from Reeve, and what's really cool is that you can buy this knife in either a right-handed variety or a left-handed variety. So if you look, it's chisel ground, so there's no bevel on that side, and then on this side you get that nice grind. And I mean, I'm kind of a fanatic for Reeve, but this knife really does like perform in the kitchen. You've got S35V in steel, which is really rare in cutlery, like kitchen cutlery. So I mean, for more than one reason, beyond it being Reeve, I just had to have this knife, and I'd love to add the small one to the collection too. This is a 9-inch piece, and then there's also a 6-inch one, I believe.
Yeah.
Made in Idaho, S35V in steel. CRKT means sharp, and man, especially going through proteins, this piece is amazing. I'd love to talk more about kitchen knives if you guys are interested. So if you are, leave a comment down below and maybe we can get a knife banner about that.
Yeah, let us know, guys, because Andrew has a lot of kitchen knife knowledge. So if you guys are interested in kitchen knives from a knife guy's perspective, let us know down in the comments. This is actually a thing. Now, not this knife. This knife cost a couple dollars, and I'm not in the kitchen enough for it to matter. But you know, like Tops and a couple other knife companies have kitchen knives.
Yep.
I really want all my kitchen knives just to be like knife brands.
Yeah. Yeah, the Tops chef knife is really cool. Also S35V in steel, I believe.
Exactly. So you got a piece here that I'm jealous of. All right, so the next two, this is a bit of a pairing almost, right, between these two here. So run us through what we have here.
Sure. Yeah, guys, so I'm lucky enough to be getting married in just a couple of months. I've been with my fiance close to 7 years, and I thought if you've been a knife guy for a while, you have to have something cool in your pocket on that special day. And I've been carrying like Sebenzas for over 10 years, and this is my new customized hand-engraved Sebenza. And then I have a matching GEC. That one's the 93 ram's foot. I had a local guy engrave these knives. He did such a beautiful job. My fiance's middle name is Rose, so I thought that this design was appropriate. And I mean, I'm just so stoked because it's like once you have something that's already like the pinnacle of collectability or desirability, how do you make it more special? And I just feel like it's like make it your own. You know, like these are never for sale, gonna carry them forever. And I'm super stoked at the way it turned out. You can only get these bright cuts through hand engraving. And yeah, this is another thing where if you guys want to see more like engraving content, you know, maybe we could bring that to you, you know. I think it's a really great special way to amp up a piece that's already special.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and then where you've taken not only like, you know, a piece that you really care about, but then put so much meaning into it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's when it's really worth the time, especially for a hand engraving job, right?
Yeah.
So are these going to be in your pocket at the wedding then?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
And probably like almost every other day too.
We'll have to get a pocket dump picture. I'm sure somebody will be there that could take a picture of it. So.
For sure. Wedding pocket dump. You guys will see it on the gram.
Love it. All right, guys. So as you know, with the new season of Knife Banter that we just started, we're going to be doing a bunch of rad field tests, a bunch of other awesome things as well. And last week when we spun the wheel of Indecision, it said we were going to be throwing knives. So there's a lot of fancy knives on the table, but let's see how it goes. All right, guys, so we said in the last banter that the way we were going to test knives in this banter was by throwing them. So what knife did you bring to throw?
Oh man, I've got this great beast, pocket Bushman from Cold Steel. Check that out.
He bought this knife specifically to throw because he didn't have a knife to throw. So what I've done is I've taken 3 of Andrew's favorite budget knives. I've put them in the balloons. We're gonna give him a couple throws and see if he can pop a balloon and win a knife. Oh, so close! Dude, the pocket Bushman came through for you.
Dude, it's a beast.
So Andrew won himself a Kershaw Link with M390. There you go, buddy.
I can't believe it, guys. This has been on my list for a long time. I'm so excited. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Blade HQ. Thank you for watching. Back to Knife Banter, right?
Back to Knife Banter. All right, guys, welcome to Sales and Grails. This is where we bring on one of our product experts from the product department, and they show you some knives that may not fit into the specific knife banner that we're doing. So today we've got Tyson from product, and he's coming on to do some awesome knives. I don't know what he's got, but let's find out.
What's up, YouTube? How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Today I brought the Cold Steel 8015 with the Scorpion lock. Huge fan of this. I've kind of been into like unique locks and different stuff. I've been here for a long time, so.
Yeah, if you guys have seen the old videos, you might recognize Tyson.
Tyson's been here for 6 years, guys, so he knows his stuff.
Secondly, we got the Kershaw Induction, which I'm a huge fan of because of the hawk lock. You can open it, close it real easily. Great value, $31.99 on sale. This one I think runs 202.
Nice.
Also great value.
Yeah.
Yeah, love these two. They're great.
Cool. And getting a hawk lock for $32
You can't beat that.
You can't beat that.
It discontinued. They're not going anywhere. So
Yeah.
they're not coming back. So.
Yeah. All right. And since we have you on, what's in your pocket today?
We got Spider Monkey from Southern Grind.
Ooh, yeah.
Big fan of this knife. I think it's pretty underrated. People don't like the clip. I actually love the short clip. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then secondly, shout out to my boy Serge Panchenko. Got the Gen 2, I believe, key cutter.
Yeah.
Big fan of this. Gets a lot of use. I love copper.
Rare.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Very rare.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, that's great. Thanks so much.
You got it, guys.
Yeah. Take it easy.
See ya.
All right, guys, there's some sweet stuff from Product. Make sure to check it out on the website. All right, guys, so a lot of cool stuff coming from Product. It's always fun to see what they've got going on. So let's jump back into your collection. So next on the table is the Pocket Bushman. This thing was a ton of fun to play with. And you've kind of been crushing on this knife, which I think is interesting seeing where you're at on this side of the table. So
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit. Now that we've beat it up, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, guys, this thing is a beast. You saw when I was live that I was crushing on it, like Zach said. But man, it's like I realized that there was a hole in my collection, because if you don't have a knife that you can throw or beat or like just neglect, then you don't have a complete knife collection.
Yeah.
And I think that really, like, that's what this piece is for me. This is like that scary novelty piece. This is the grown-up version of the gas station knives I loved as a kid.
Totally.
It's like slightly more functional and rad and has a little bit more engineering, but it still has that, like, is it gonna kill me? Like,
right. Yeah, no.
element.
And that's
you
the
know?
thing, guys, you saw Andrew open this with one hand. I'm never gonna open this knife with one hand. This is, for me, this is a two-hander. Hands down, two-hander. And then same thing when I close it. When I close it, it's, if you guys haven't seen the Pocket Bushman before, the way that it works is you pull back on this and that disengages the lock. So you pull back and then it disengages the lock there. Yeah, no, right? You don't want to take your fingertips off with this thing. But I love, the thing you said about this is it's a $25 integral. Like you're not, where else are you going to find an integral frame lock for $25, right?
Not even on Alibaba.
Not even on Alibaba. So this is a fun one. I'm glad you finally got it, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
When we did that, wow, you were crushing on it.
Yeah.
All right, so now what may be the most unique piece, I think, in your collection. So talk to us about this.
Guys, you know, you've seen GEC already, but this is the GEC 46, and I'm terrible with numbers, but I think I've got that right. Also known as the Whaler.
Dude, it's so cool.
Whoa, that's like I don't know, like a boat noise.
Yeah,
But
right?
Yeah. I mean, this thing is scary. There's no half stop there, so this thing just wants to like get thrown down into your finger. And then if you think that the big blade is intimidating, this small blade is like the hardest thing to pull out in the world. And then once you've struggled to deploy both blades, this is what you're rewarded with, this beautiful visage of the Whaler. But, you know, in all actuality, I proposed to my fiance with this knife in my pocket, and like in retrospect that like feels a little strange and weird, and she doesn't like it at all. But I love the Whaler, and it will be part of my collection forever. And you know, it's like a hole in the market. Like I think GEC only makes these about once every 8 or 9 or 10 years.
Yeah.
And like, man, this could be like a regular part of their product line if I'm any indication.
If you were the product guy, this would be there all the time.
Yeah.
No, and so when he's talking about opening and closing this thing, guys, I'm not even gonna do it, because before we got on camera, I went to open this and I was like, oh, that's a real thing. Like it's kind of like the Pocket Bushman. It's a little, you gotta pay attention. You need to pay attention.
Traditional guys talk about like the pull on a knife, and that's like how much resistance there is when you grab the blade, and like this one's probably like mid, like a 5.
That one's not too bad.
I think that like the small blade on that guy is like definitely a 9 or a 10.
Oh, dude, even the big blade on this, like this is.
You just get more room to grab.
Yeah, you got more purchase, but I don't know if I've ever pulled at a traditional that was that tough to open. So here, we're gonna try it on camera, guys. We have a rule on Knife Bender: if you get cut, we just keep rolling. So, you know, maybe we'll see what happens. Dude, this is okay. Oh, here we go. Boom!
Nice.
Didn't kill myself. All right, let's see if we can close it without cutting. Okay. Oh, good. Clear. Anyways, dude, this is such a fun, unique piece. How is it to carry it though? I mean, it's fairly thin. Like for how big it is. It's a fairly thin knife, but how is it to carry this one?
Yeah, I mean, I was at dinner the night I proposed, and it slipped right out of my pocket and dented the back of the blade. And then I had to take some files and round that off so that it looks a little bit less ugly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, I'm just glad it didn't smash the scale or something. But
Totally.
no, it is not a great carry. Maybe I could make a beautiful leather slip that would make it more pocketable.
Totally.
But that's what's great about this Whaler. It's just big, huge, and fun.
Yeah, totally.
So
big,
I
huge,
love
and
it.
fun. I like that. So speaking of big, huge, and fun, we've got an axe on the table as well. And this, I actually think we featured an axe when Kurt showed his collection.
Yeah.
So maybe not the first axe we've had on Knife Banter.
You know, Kurt and I are kindred spirits in that I think that, you know, like, we love the stuff like the Chris Reeves and, like, you know, the Guardian Tacticals of the world that are kind of like pushing the envelope. But I think that we also like just like gear that gets stuff done. And you're the same way, Zach. And I think that having a Hults Bruk quality Swedish axe kind of fits into that. Like, if you don't live like in a rainforest where you need a machete, then you probably live somewhere where having an axe is a really good idea. And the Hults Bruk is like the perfect piece to just have in your car. You know, it's kind of like an emergency survival tool. You can use it like a hammer. You can clear like trees and stuff like that. And I love it. So, you know, it just felt like I want to have pieces that can accomplish jobs.
Yeah.
And so, like, I didn't have anything that could clear, like, a fallen tree in my backyard, and so that's why I bought this. I didn't have anything that I could take camping and feel really good about, like, breaking down wood, so I bought this. And super stoked about it. I sanded down the handle, conditioned it with mineral oil, I mean, sharpened up the blade. It's really awesome, and I love it.
No, these always feel good in hand, man. These are always great pieces. I've got an old axe and hatchet from my grandpa. So I've never needed to buy one of these, but these are really, really great pieces.
Yeah.
And you know, when we're talking about like keep it in your car or whatever, we live in Utah, so the mountains are always like right there. But you know, if you live in the middle of Chicago, it could be great for camping.
Impromptu camping needs.
Impromptu camping needs. Now you mentioned sharpening, which kind of takes us to the last piece. To round out some of your collection. Now, obviously, guys, Andrew has more knives than what's on the table, but we wanted to bring you kind of the best of the best. And you can't talk about Andrew's knife collection without talking about how he services them, because you're kind of a sharpening fanatic.
Yeah, I mean, I've been into knives for a long time, and so I've kind of had that like thing where you buy a new knife and then you don't need to sharpen it because you don't use it. But eventually, you do have to sharpen your gear, or you have to test out those amazing warranties that all these companies offer and send your knife in for sharpening. I don't really like that. I think that you should be able to maintain your own gear, and it's just part of the process. And I really love the Edge Pro Apex. It's gotten me mirror edges. I can sharpen anything from really small to really big blades, traditionals to chef knives to hunting knives. So this is like probably the most important part of my kit, and I wouldn't buy another $200 knife until I invested in a sharpening system.
Right.
Because it's just such an important part.
It is, especially when you're actually using your stuff. Now, guys, we are going to take a look at our collection connection. All right, guys, so welcome to the collection connection. So in this little segment here, this is an opportunity for us to see all the awesome stuff that you guys are doing with your knives, your awesome collections, your awesome adventures with your knives. So on Instagram, use hashtag BHQ collection, and we'll feature some of your stuff here and take a look at it. Today, we are gonna be looking at a picture from Carrillo Armory, and it's gonna pop up on screen right now. And it's a cool picture, just a bunch of Benchmades, all the bug outs, the bailout with some rad patches. And you actually, you were like, they caught them all, right?
He's got them all, and he got the hardest to get one, which is the Blade HQ exclusive Blackout.
He's got a blackout, so you know it's good. And you know, honestly, I don't know if we're gonna go to the second picture, but the second picture I actually really like. With them all closed up, it's a sharp picture.
Yeah, give this guy a follow, and we would love to see your own submissions. We do all of this because we love community, so make it happen.
Yeah. And then also we want to give a shout out to Henry in Lexington, Kentucky. We met him, I think, at Blade Show or something like that. So it's been a while, but we didn't forget about you, buddy. We've got a note. We made it happen. So Henry, thanks for being a fan. We see you out there. All right, guys. Now to finish up this knife banner, we are finishing all of our knife banners with the Wheel of Indecision. And so we've got George from Product. He's going to come in and tell us what we're doing next time for knife banner. What tests we're doing next time for knife banner. All right, spin that.
Let's give that Larry a spin.
Oh yeah. What are we gonna get? Oh, mystery!
Oh, what does that mean?
It's a mystery. So you guys are just gonna have to tune in next week to see what we do, because
Guys,
I don't even know what it is yet.
We only had to spin it 7 times before we landed on mystery. The 7th take was worth it.
One
It's
take.
gonna be cool.
One take only around here. That's why you guys always see me mumble, because it's one take. All right, so George, since you're here, what do you got in your pocket today?
Yeah, today I got the Fox Knife Zero. It's an awesome knife. You know I love me some Onso.
Yeah.
That guy's great. It's N690. Comes with this nice plastic handle. It feels good in the hand. It's a nice lockback. I mean, honestly, I forget what it's going for. Not too much, like 70 or something.
Yeah.
Awesome EDC knife.
Great knife.
Love it. Deep
Great
carry
knife.
pocket clip. Love it.
Yeah, that's a great
Love
one.
it so much.
Dude, thanks so much for being on.
Hey, thanks
Appreciate
for having
it.
me.
Yeah.
Y'all
Take
the
it easy.
best.
The shakes.
All right, guys, and thank you so much for following along. We are so stoked about the season 2 of Knife Banter, and consider hitting subscribe. Consider hitting that notification bell. We have hundreds of knife videos on the channel. We got a bunch of rad stuff coming your way, and I think we're out.
Bon voyage, guys.